It's hard to, there's so many people. But when I think about that question and I think about how I was, I think of Bernardo Bertolucci, because he is, for me, was such a great collaborator, and he would direct very practically, move this, but then he would also say, well, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? He would also, in the process to a role, be philosophical, abstract, promote, push, ask, question. Can I tell a quick Bernardo Bertolucci story?
I'm game.
I mean, I don't know how much time we have. I just love this about this man, okay? So I'm working on a film called Little Buddha, and I was playing Prince Siddhartha, which I remember one time I was in an airplane, I was flying to, at the time, Mumbai, and I was on the plane, and one of the stewards on the plane was just like, so what are you doing? I love you in Speed. I love you. And I'm like, oh, I'm doing this film with Bernardo Bertolucci. And he's like, oh, wonderful. What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm playing, it's called Little Buddha. And he's like, oh, so who are you playing? And I'm like, I'm playing Siddhartha. And he goes, you can't do that. And I was like, but I am. And I can. So I had met Bernardo Bertolucci when he had come to me with this idea. I was working on Much Ado About Nothing, and he came out, and I asked him, why would you like me to play this role? And he said, well, Keanu, you have impossible innocence. And for the Siddhartha and in the fable way that we're telling the story, I would like to use that. And I was like, impossible innocence. You're right. So then, so I got into it, right? So so now I'm preparing, right? From there, I've been with the film crew. We've gone to Bhutan. I've been with them for like 3 weeks. And in the beginning, I had said to Bernardo, "Would you like me to have an accent?" No, I don't think so. Okay, fine. So I'm with the film crew. I'm under the thing, and we were in Bhutan for like 3 weeks. I'm talking to Rinpoches. I'm meditating. It's going crazy. I'm losing my mind and gaining all of what I'm doing. So we finally get to Mumbai. I'm going to start filming in like 3 days. And I go to visit Bernardo on the set. And he's looking at me. I go, Bernardo, how's it going? He goes, good, lovely. He looks at me, he goes, Keanu. I go, and he's on a ladder, right? So he's on a ladder and he's setting up a shot. And I'm like, and I'm in my stuff. I'm like eating like this now. And he's like, I think you should have an accent. Really, Bernardo? Yes. And I fell in love. I fell in love. I was like, of course you do. No problem.